Jerry, forgetting the comparisons with other quarterbacks, how much does this justify what you're trying to say about Dak, which is where he is and where you think he's going?
I just have the feeling that Dak is going to help us win and help the team in so many different ways. And I just don't know that there's a limit to the nuances of how he might be able to contribute. And to me, that's a great thing at quarterback. Not to say, you hear it all the time, but I remind Roger Staubach when I asked him, I said, Romo's maybe we've got to start thinking about the replacement for Romo, a traditional pocket or move around. And he said, I don't know about that. Just get somebody the players will follow. Well, he manages to come up with different ways to help us get in position to win games. And I think that play defines kind of this team right now, and got down there and got in position to kick the field.
Jerry, how much of this win is about new wrinkles and cleverness, and how much is just doing fundamental things right?
Well, you're throwing me a softball here, Fish, but bottom line is that we did some things a little different. We aired the ball out there. The great play by Gallup early, the great throw by Dak early. But I think really give them credit for playing a real good ball game. Their quarterback and their receivers just made plays to keep third down goings out there all day long. And seemed like we had them stopped, and obviously that's discouraging, but when you've got a quarterback like that, that'll happen to you. So hopefully this is what our team is about right now. Sure, we've got some talent to not even be tried. I think we've got talent in many different areas, but the ability to hang in here at home, and we all know that those 3 times we were down there for field goals, we all could see them haunting us and coming back for not getting touchdowns in there. But still, this is the way to win a game. This is football. Okay.
Can you give us an update on some of the guys, Jeff Heath, any
Heath is a stinger. Thank goodness, and we'll have to see him. Of course, Beasley was, I think, just heroic, really, the way he was playing through his ankle. And then I think Zeke is fine. Obviously, he was playing with some limp there, but I visited briefly with the trainers, and they didn't indicate that we had too much of Woods as the one that we'll have to look at. And I don't know whether he'll play next week or not.
Jerry, what were your emotions like when Brett Maher lined up for that field goal? Knowing he's unknown.
I had seen him kick 3, I guess, earlier, and thought he had a pretty good stroke today. From that standpoint, the facts are I was about to swallow my tongue, and my eyes were really at roll back. So I'm glad I wasn't trying to kick the field goal, but I thought it was about as much pressure as you can draw up for somebody, and he had a big day.
What did you like most about Zeke's performance today?
I just think that he was. We were using him every way you could use him. And he was being effective. We tried to do it last week and had a couple of plays that we'd like to have back. But this week he was making the plays. That catch over his shoulder, when it all counted, should be one we all remember. And I'm glad I got to see it. But I've never seen him play any better than he played today.
What did you think about Dak, especially on the deep balls?
I thought Dak was throwing the ball really well. I thought he had a good touch on it. I know the ball in the end zone was one that he'd like to have the tight end when we had to kick a field goal. But as I said earlier, the ball that Dak handled the best was when he went back and got that strip ball head in, when it was the whole thing was riding on it, and he had the presence of mind to get it, field it properly, and then get back up and do something with it. And I think, as I do with some of these quarterbacks, I will always remember that play.
What's that? Yeah,
so there had to be a Romo flashback.
When he got that and still made the play and eyes downfield, really, and because Dak's a little more conservative with the ball, so that was really special there. But I thought he was going to see. I guess it was Beasley that was open on the play. I thought he was going to see him, but you can see better where I'm sitting than he can.
What'd you think of the overall play calling? A lot's been made about some of the creativity and other schemes and all. How'd you feel like that played out? I
thought we had a good. I never thought today at any time that we didn't have some offense and some options in our offense. They made good plays. I'll tell you this. They made some third downs on some catches and throws that will tell you whether they're covered or not. Throw it in there because those guys were Houdinis, and but for 2 or 3 great plays. Now, at the end, we got us a couple of those, and that was our difference. But no, I think that we should all commend not only the play of the players, but the coaching today for the Cowboys.
Direction the first round. What did you think of his game and filling in for Sean Lee?
Well, I saw him do what we thought he could do, and that is cover a lot of ground. He's intimidating for a quarterback because his span is so visible, just his length. And then again, he does pass defend well. But I thought he did a real good job in pursuing and going from sideline to sideline. I'm really proud of the way he's played the last 2 games.
Are you starting to get the feeling that you're going to have to sit down and talk about big numbers with DeMarcus Lawrence?
Well, he's got a nice one that he's using this year.
That's true.
So I know how to spell it.
Jerry, the numbers when Dak throws the ball down the field, not even completions, when he throws the ball 20 more yards down the field multiple times in a game, are huge in terms of them winning and losing games. Do you think this is more than a one-game thing, that it's a trend or a direction, throwing the ball more down the field?
The answer is yes. And I have not thought this year that we weren't going to throw the ball downfield. It's been a part of our plans, and so I would expect us to good things happen when we start trying to take it downfield relative to what we can do. The stuff you saw, Zeke's touchdown on the throw to him out of the backfield, and then actually the last one there. Good things happen when we start using those other backs. I'd like to see number 10 get the ball more on some crossing routes because he doesn't have Beasley's separation and quickness at the point, but he has the speed that can give you some plays. And so I like their options with our passing game. I'm not as concerned about our passing game as the stats would normally make you think I should be.
What's the difference, Jerry, between 1 and 3, walking out of 2-2 and not 1 and 3?
Well, it's so early, but these games, it's always that one that you can remember. And so this is a big win for us. And we did not underestimate Detroit as a team coming in here in the home game. That was always going to be a tough one for us to win in Seattle. We had a big challenge on that one from the get-go just because it was in Seattle. And so, but we know it doesn't all start or end here. But we've got to make into the team that if we continue to improve defensively, I know that we'd want to have some things back that happened to us out there today, but we've got good coaching.
You got David Irving coming back. What kind of difference can he make for you?
Yes, and excited to have him back. And he'll be full-blown out there with us next week. But he'll be a real addition.
You had a chance to visit with him, see where he is mentally?
I have, and yes, I have visited with him several times and within the rules. But I have visited with him, and he's anxious to get back on the field.
You think he's ready to contribute immediately? I mean, do you think he's there, or
I
are you
do.
going to have to ramp it up?
There's always that shape thing, but he's so unique physically that I wouldn't dismiss him helping us immediately, especially since interior here we've got low with Woods question mark here. We our interior is probably where we're the thinnest right now in the defensive line. All right.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it.